current PTPs at Tamarid. I'm going to be giving you guys a tour of our new location here on Stanford in Albuquerque. But before we do that, I want to give a quick history of the Tamarid Institute and how we got here.
The Tamarid Lithographic Workshop began in Los Angeles, California in 1960 by June Wayne as a way to revitalize lithography in the United States. Being funded by the Ford Foundation grant for 3 consecutive turns, it stayed in Los Angeles until 1970 when it moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico under the direction of Clinton Adams. It was through Adams and the technical director Garo Artesian that the Tamarid became affiliated with the University of New Mexico and became the Tamarid Institute. In 2010, under Director Marjorie Devon, Tamarid opened its new doors on Route 66 where we are today. Under its current director Diana Gatson, Tamarid continues to follow the goals laid out by June Wayne through research, education, and creative projects in fine art lithography.
Let's start our tour. The space at Tamarid is divided into a few different sections. Here we have a student section where we mostly gather, work on drawings, talk chemistry. We have a space for tearing paper down at the end. There's Max, another PTP, Brandon's office. And if we move on through the space, we get into the student section of the press. Here we have 3 tackish presses and all of our PTPs working hard. And as well, we have 4 tackish presses, a hand press and 3 automatic presses. We have all of our drying racks, various inks and chemistry, various different rollers located down below and all around the space. We keep moving through the space. We have our graining sink on the right. There's 2 sinks indoors and a sink outside. We have a wonderful little offset press, mostly used in monotyping. Through here, we have our stone library and the collection of stones that we use here at Tamarid. Quite extensive, as you can see. Little pizza oven where we make lunch. I'm joking. It's where we bake toner. We have a dark room here, and then we go on over to the pro side. On the right, we have an artist studio for when artists come through the space, through the Frederick Hammerly Artist Residency, as well as the 3 presses here on the pro side. There's Lindsay, the apprentice printmaker. And that's pretty much it for the spaces down here. Spaces are always active and engaged. We always have projects going on, doing something. But let's head upstairs and look at some of the new spaces provided in this building. So as we head upstairs, we enter into a few different spaces. On our right, we have a little kitchenette for the printers. If you are CUs, we often use this space to make tea or coffee, warm up lunches and dinners. A little information board about what's going on in the community. As we head out, down here in this hallway, we have the offices of the director, Diana. Prints all on the walls. We have our marketing director's office, Shelly. Here we have our curator space, where the prints get looked at after the edition. They get framed and sent off here. We have a space for documenting the prints as well. We continue back this way. Some more offices, then the curator's office here. Another look at the curating space. All the additions on the wall were printed here. We have another office for a business manager. Some more storage, archives in the back. And as we swing around, we have our archives down here, flat files, filled with the prints that have been pulled here at Tamarid. Additional office space. And then as we come back around, we enter into the gallery, which is frequently filled with just the different impressions that have pulled here at different times. We have works both from like the master and the master printer side, the pro side, as well as like student editions that they've done with artists as well. Gorgeous work up right now. As we exit the gallery here, we have another stairwell leading back downstairs. A wall featuring the history of Tamarid, sort of the achievements and different things that we've done, the history of the master printers and the education directors that have come through here. And finally, we have a little library filled with different print and artist books. They're also filled with the Tamarid impression, news, magazine that we printed for a while, as well as records of like research projects that past printers and training have done, just again increasing the access of the research and the education that we have here. And that's pretty much it for the spaces here at Tamarid in this newer building. We do have one more floor up at the third floor, which is our artist residency. That's an apartment in which during the 2-week residency, the artist can stay here in the building, have easy access to kind of work and continue that collaboration practice. But I hope you enjoyed your look at Tamarid today. And if you have any other questions, we'd love to have guests come through, give them tours. So feel free to come on by the studio at any point in time, and we'd love to show you around. So now that we've seen the space, let's talk to some of the printers to learn more about their experiences and what makes Tamarid so unique.
And I really like the standards.
Started doing my own research outside, and the first book I got was the Tamarid techniques.
And I think that I'm learning the skills that I need here to fulfill that down the road.
I guess I'm just more interested in the technical side of printmaking, the process of making a print.
Really fascinating to see such a unique and specialized thing that's really committed to keeping alive, I think, a really beautiful art form.
Sometimes when you bounce your ideas against somebody else, those ideas get filtered and more developed and maybe more interesting. So I think that the fact that there's two brains working in one image really can. I think it's a very, very interesting experience for both the printer and the artist, because it challenges technically the printer, but I also think it can challenge the artist as an image producer.
And it feels really cool to be here and to kind of follow in my mentor's footsteps, and I feel closer to her and to my friend, and it just feels it feels connected.
I think my favorite part right now is just feeling like a professional and feeling like I kind of know a little bit of what I'm doing now, instead of just trying to figure it out as I go. It's nice to kind of like have your legs on you, you know.
But I do see improvements, and like even like my ability to grain a stone faster. Like the first day that we grained a stone, it took me it. So there are improvements. There are things that I still need to work on, and even after Tamarid, I feel like litho is something that you're constantly going to be learning in life. I mean, you do. I feel that when I finish the program, I'll be a better printmaker, a better lithographer than when I came in. But this takes practice and experience, and 9 months is just
in an efficiency way. It's really changed the way that I perceive a lot of aspects about my life beyond printmaking, and I think beyond a lot of things that I've felt it really helps you just achieve. I think I think the best part for me was it's another step of thinking about how can I be that much more efficient? How can I cut time? How can I make this profitable? Like all these things about it that I feel I've always really enjoyed about it, and I think
Tamarin builds a sense of community. I think there's some sort of connection between the Tamarin printers, which is really cool because I think it's a network of people that are really passionate about lithography, and they have a similar approach to that technique.
The people, again, like kind of the family unit of Tamarid has been really lovely, and both Brandon and Valkyrie have been like so nice, and I've learned so much. But also like the other people in the program, we're all coming from different places. We all have like done litho in maybe different ways, and learning from the other people about litho, and then also about
Tamarin is just really gung-ho about making sure that all of their printers are successful, and I think that's really kind of awesome to be a part of that family in a way where it's like, no.
And that wraps up our inside look at the Tamarin Institute and our chance to meet the printmakers in training for the 21-22 year. I have enjoyed showing you all around and getting a deeper look at what it is we do here and what makes Tamarin so special.